A small girl grows up on a farm in rural Mississippi. There is no running water, no electricity. Her family has very little money. She wears dresses made from potato sacks because that is what her family can afford. Few people who saw that child could have imagined she would one day become one of the most recognized and respected women on television, running her own media company, worth more than $1 billion. Her story is not simply one of overcoming hardship. It is a story about what becomes possible when pain is faced honestly instead of hidden away. Welcome back to Gentle Wisdom, where you learn English while becoming a better version of yourself. One story, one step at a time. Today we explore the story of Oprah Winfrey, and how a childhood marked by real hardship became the foundation for extraordinary resilience. By the end of this video, you will understand how pain, when faced honestly, can become a source of real strength. Let's begin. Chapter 1: A Difficult Beginning. Oprah Winfrey was born in 1954 in Kosciuszko, Mississippi, to a young single mother. For much of her early childhood, she was raised by her grandmother on a small farm. Life was hard. The family had very little money, and daily life required constant work simply to get by. Her grandmother taught her to read at a very young age, and this became a turning point. Winfrey has said that books gave her a sense of possibility. In short, reading became her window into a wider world beyond the farm. At around age 6, she moved to live with her mother in Milwaukee. This period of her life brought new hardships. Winfrey has spoken openly about experiencing abuse during these years. It was a painful chapter. She would later use it to help and encourage others facing similar experiences. By her early teenage years, her life felt unstable and difficult. Many people, facing this much hardship at such a young age, might have believed their story was already decided. Chapter 2: A Turning Point. At 14, Winfrey went to live with her father, Vernon Winfrey, in Nashville, Tennessee. Her father was strict, but he gave her something she badly needed: structure, stability, and high expectations. He believed deeply in her potential. Anything less than her best effort was not acceptable to him. This shift mattered enormously. Winfrey has described this period as the moment her life truly began to change direction. She became an excellent student. She discovered a talent for public speaking. She eventually earned a scholarship to study communications at Tennessee State University. The girl who once faced instability was now winning speech competitions and being recognized for her voice. Your pain can become your power. Chapter 3: Finding Her Voice. After college, Winfrey began working in local television and radio. Her early career included setbacks, including being told by one employer that she was not suited for the anchor desk. Rather than hiding her natural warmth and emotional honesty, qualities some colleagues saw as unprofessional, Winfrey leaned into them. In 1984, she was hired to host a struggling Chicago talk show. Within months, her genuine empathetic style transformed it into the most popular program in the city. The show was renamed after her, and by the following year it had become nationally syndicated. It would go on to become the highest-rated talk show in American television history. It ran for 25 years, reaching millions of viewers every single day. Chapter 4: Building Her Own Empire. Many television hosts remain employees of the networks that broadcast their shows. Winfrey made a different choice. She founded her own production company, Harpo Productions, giving her ownership and creative control over her own work. This decision was highly unusual at the time, particularly for a woman in television. Owning her own content meant that as her show grew in value, so did her personal wealth and independence. This single decision became a foundation for the media company she would continue building for decades. Few in the television industry at that time had taken this path. She later expanded into publishing. She launched a magazine and an on-air book club that turned ordinary novels into instant bestsellers. She also co-founded a television network built around her own vision for meaningful content. Your pain can become your power. Chapter 5: What this means for you. Winfrey has spoken often about the idea that our most difficult experiences, faced honestly rather than hidden, can become the source of our greatest strength and empathy for others. She did not simply overcome a painful childhood. She allowed that experience to shape a career built entirely around listening deeply to other people's pain and helping them feel truly seen. This is a rare response to hardship. Many people who face significant pain spend years trying to hide it or outrun it. Winfrey instead built her entire life's work around understanding it more deeply. This does not mean difficulty is something to seek out. It means that whatever you have already faced does not have to be wasted. It can become part of what makes you uniquely capable of helping others. Think about something difficult in your own life, something you might normally want to hide or forget. What if instead it became part of your strength rather than something you carry in silence? You do not need a painful childhood to apply this lesson. You only need the willingness to face your own difficulties honestly, rather than pretending they never happened. Every difficulty faced honestly becomes a source of strength. Every painful chapter can become part of your purpose. Every struggle you do not hide can help someone else feel less alone. So today, think about one difficulty you have carried quietly. Consider what it might look like to let it become part of your strength rather than your shame. Your pain can become your power. You are becoming. Something has shifted in you today. The person who finishes this video is not quite the same as the one who started it. That shift is real. And it is yours to keep. If you enjoyed today's story, please like and subscribe. A new story arrives every day. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments too. Every choice shapes your life. Small habits, big results. And keep becoming. Study Corner, today's English notes. Welcome to the Study Corner. Let's review 3 useful words from today's story. The first word is hardship. In the story, we heard how a childhood marked by real hardship became the foundation for extraordinary resilience. Hardship means difficulty or suffering, often caused by a lack of money or a hard situation in life. For example, facing hardship early in life does not decide how your story ends. The next word is syndicated. In the story, we heard it had become nationally syndicated. Syndicated means broadcast or published across many different stations or places at once. For example, the show became syndicated across the entire country. The third word is empathy. In the story, we heard about empathy for others. Empathy means the ability to understand and share the feelings of another person. For example, her empathy helped millions of viewers feel truly understood. What was the most useful thing you learned today? Or is there anything you want to know more about? Share your thoughts in the comments. Small steps. Every day. You are doing well. See you tomorrow.